I was making about $1,200 a month when I launched my very first membership back in 2021. That was at the beginning of my creator journey when I didn't have a job, and having that $1,000 a month was a lifesaver for me. So I want to take you back to how I was able to make $12,000 with my first membership as a beginner. So in this video, you will first identify if creating a membership is going to be the best option for you. Then we'll go over what to include in your membership and how to price it. And of course, I'll share with you a final few tips for how to get people to join your membership and stay subscribed so that you're able to make a consistent income from it. As always, timestamps are below. Use them if you need them. Let's dive in. To identify if creating a membership is going to be the best option for you, you need to be aware of both the pros and the cons. Pro number one, having a membership creates an increased sense of community and exclusivity for your people. Creating a membership is a great way for you to offer this exclusive level of access to information or more content or even a close, tight-knit community. People love to feel like they're a part of something or have exclusive access, and a membership does just that. Pro number two. In this video here, where I analyzed the top creators and how they're able to make millions of dollars, offering a monthly membership ranked in the top 5 income streams, with 33% of those creators offering a community to their followers. So having a membership is definitely a popular option for creators. Pro number 3, it allows you to have a predictable, recurring monthly payment that is also scalable. For example, with digital products, I sell a 100+ captions ebook, and if I want to make $1,000, I have to keep finding new people to sell that to. Whereas with the membership, if I can get 100 people to join my membership at $10 a month, I'm guaranteed $1,000 a month until people decide to unsubscribe. Ideally, they stay subscribed. Month by month, I don't have to find more people or sell more things. It's predictable, recurring monthly payment. So that's definitely a perk for a membership. We have creators like Brooke Cates, who's the founder of Studio Bloom. She makes over $40,000 a month with her membership website. Also, we have Justin Rose, founder of Abundance Plus, who makes over $100,000 a month with his membership. If they keep all those members exactly the way it is, they will continue to make that money every single month. They don't have to find new people. But the more people they do find, the more that monthly payment increases. So very cool, very scalable, great option for creators. For the cons, I really only have one con, if you want to call it that. Depending on the way you set up your membership, it could require for you to be more active and involved, whether that's upfront involvement or long-term involvement. When I started my very first membership, for some reason I thought it was gonna be 100% passive income, easy peasy, set it up once, people sign up and you make money for forever, yay! But that wasn't the case for me. For some reason, it did not click that I was the one who would have to go in and talk to my community every day, reply to their questions, create the bonus content for them on top of my usual social media content. So the way that I had mine set up was way more of an active income stream, where it was an equal amount of energy given every week instead of passive income, where that's more a lot of upfront work and then less maintenance work over time, in a way. Now, I did say before when talking about the con that having a membership is active work, whether that's upfront work or long-term work. I had mine set up where I was very, very involved every month making bonus content, but you could also go the route of creating a video membership where the majority of the work is upfront. For example, let's take a look at Yoga with Adrienne. Her membership, Find What Feels Good Yoga, has tons of pre-recorded valuable videos. Just like Jump Rope Dudes, they created a library of video content where when a user subscribes, they get access to all of those videos. And because they did a majority of the upfront work by filming those videos, now week by week, they get to just focus solely on the community aspect. Instead of, for me, I was doing weekly lives, weekly bonus videos, and it was crazy. So while there are pros and cons to a membership, the cool thing is that you could set up your membership however the heck you want. I just wanted you to know up front that there will have to be somebody there consistently being involved with your members to make sure that they are taken care of and staying subscribed. Now, if knowing all of that is not a problem for you and you're like,
I can't wait to start a membership, I want to do it,
let's do it. Your next question is probably, how do you build it out? How do you decide what to include in your membership? There are many ways to get ideas for what to include in your membership. The 4 that I used were the initial brain dump, audience research, competitor research, and membership research. First, what you're going to do is grab a piece of paper because you'll probably do all 4 of these as well, and you'll want somewhere to write down all of your ideas. For the first one, your initial brain dump, this is just get all of your ideas out of your brain. Free up your brain to do other research. If you're like,
oh, I think it'd be cool to include this. I think it'd be cool to include this.
Write it all down. You don't have to include all of it. Just get all of your ideas out on a piece of paper so that you're open-minded and ready to go into other research. Next up is your audience research. This is for those of you who already have some sort of audience or following built. All you have to do is ask your audience what they want. That's what I did. I posted to my Instagram stories like, hey, if I were to start a membership, what would you want that to look like? Or what would you want included? What would make you excited to join a membership? I asked them all the questions and just polled my audience. This could be through Instagram stories. You could do a YouTube community post. You could send out an email to your newsletter because everybody here has started an email list, right? Right? So poll your audience, ask your audience if you have an audience base and see what they say. They'll probably give you some really good ideas. The third way is competitor research. This is something that I did with one of my students when we were building out her membership. I had her look at other people in her industry to see what they were offering in their memberships. She wrote down a list of everything that they were offering and of course circled the ones that she was like, ooh, I really like this, I really like this. Again, you don't have to do all these things. We're just writing and creating a list of ideas of things that you could include. The fourth and final way is our membership research, doing membership research. This is in case maybe you don't know of anybody off the top of your head that offers a membership. So instead, what you're going to do is go to a membership site like any membership site like Uscreen and look up the creators that have accounts there and look for creators in your industry, see what sort of memberships they have set up, see what they're including in those memberships. Anything that you like, write it down. If you want extra help learning how to build out your community, I will link a completely free training down below that teaches creators how to build a premium membership community. This training and interview is hosted over on Uscreen's website, where they got to sit down and talk with Jay Klaus, who built his own premium membership community, generating him $400,000 a year with only 200 members, might I add. So I definitely recommend giving that a watch if creating a membership is something you're really interested in. Plus, it's completely free. It's given to you from our amazing video sponsor, Uscreen. Now, if you haven't noticed, all the amazing membership websites that we've looked at today are membership websites that creators have set up on Uscreen. So if you're a coach or aspiring content creator in the educational space, you're gonna freak out when I tell you about Uscreen because they are the platform for building a membership that generates a sustainable, predictable revenue stream for professional content creators. As of filming this video, Uscreen has helped over 4,000 creators build successful memberships and drive predictable recurring revenue. When I first created a membership in 2021, I wish I knew something like this existed because being in the educational space, being able to basically create your own Netflix style video library, allowing members to easily categorize and binge through your video content like they would binge their favorite TV show, is unheard of. Not only do you have the ability to create extreme value for your followers by having a video library, but also Uscreen can help you by creating your very own branded app for your membership. Their team will design the app for you to offer for both iPhone and Android users, which means your members can watch your content on their phones or even TVs using devices like Roku Box, Apple TV, Android TV, and Amazon Fire TV. So whether you're a large or small creator, check out the free video below to learn how to build your own premium membership community. And thank you so much, Uscreen, for sharing this nugget of wisdom with all of us and sponsoring this video. Now that you have your full list of ideas that you could include in your membership, how do you actually build it out and price it? The first thing that I did when building out my membership, I created that list and I looked through and circled the things that I was like, yes, this will be valuable for my audience. I knew it would be valuable for them because they told me when I polled them, but also doing my competitor research and membership research, I saw other people offering these sort of incentives. So I was like, okay, this confirms that these ideas work. Now you don't want to make the mistake I made where I overpromised on my top tier. I was like, oh, you'll get this, because then you actually have to do those things and you might get burned out, and then your membership only lasts for 10 months and you're like, whoa, I burned myself out, never doing that again. Only include the things that you know you can realistically offer them. Then I built out my tiers. Now you don't have to do tiers. Like Brandon Washington here on YouTube, who has 150,000 subscribers, he has the Creative Fam Academy membership, and to join is a simple investment of $34.99 a month, one price, everyone gets access to the same things, easy peasy. If I was creating a membership website now, I would probably just do the video membership on Uscreen and then have one simple price. I think that's just like the easiest way to go about it for me and my industry. But at the time, I was like, no, I want to do tiers. So let me talk through the tiers and how to price it out. First, I built out my top tier. This was everything that I thought would be really cool for my members to get access to. So they got a weekly engagement and networking thread, weekly lives with me with access to all previous lives and replays, weekly bonus videos. These are pre-recorded videos answering their most burning questions, the monthly creator challenge, and member access to vote on upcoming topics for content. That tier was like, in a perfect world, this member gets access to all of this goodness. Then after I created the top tier, I created the lower tier by asking myself, okay, what are the fundamentals, foundations that I want everybody who joins to have access to? So I made sure everybody in my membership, no matter what tier they were on, they got access to live calls, networking threads, and the monthly challenges. I thought that was a good foundation for the membership. Plus the most requested thing from my audience was weekly lives. So I just wanted to make sure everybody had access to weekly lives. Then I created the middle tier by just kind of looking at the two and saying, okay, what do I want this middle people to have access to? Really, I just gave them access to that weekly bonus video. The way I packaged tier 3 was in a way where I wanted everybody to want tier 3, because that tier was the only tier where you also got access to the replays of my lives and all previous lives I've ever done. So if you were in tier 1 or 2, you didn't get access to any replays or previous lives. You would have to show up live to interact with me. So I tried to make sure tier 3 was just really enticing and something that I wanted them to want. Then when it came down to picking a price, I asked my audience. I wanted my price to be attainable for my audience, something realistic that they could pay monthly and still feel like they're getting a lot of value for that price. I didn't want it to be too high of $100 a month, but I also didn't want it to be too low where I felt like I wasn't getting paid my worth. So I asked my audience, I asked them a few questions. If I started a membership that included I listed all the things. What is the most you would pay monthly to maintain access to all of that? So I just wanted them to know what they would get. And then I wanted to hear what the most is that they would pay. And if they're like, okay, the most I would pay is $25 or $50. If they're like, most I would pay is $50, I'd be like, okay, then maybe my top tier can be $39. And maybe the bottom tier is $19, because then they're like, wow, I'm getting such a deal. So I really talked to my audience to figure out what that good middle ground was. And if you don't have an audience to talk to, then again, do your research and look at what other people are pricing their memberships. And not just look at the price, but read what they're offering within that price, compare their offer to your offer, and then set your price from there. When I was working with my student, when we did the competitor pricing or the competitor research, she noticed that her competitor was charging a specific rate. I don't remember what it was. Let's say it was $49, but that person had also been in the industry for 10 years. They were very, very popular, well known. And even though they were offering the same exact thing, because this person already had an established presence and my student was just getting started, we actually set their price lower to be more competitive with that person who's already established. So if there was $40 a month, we started them at $19 a month. Something that I would recommend when setting that first price, and I don't know if other people will agree with this, but this is what I did and I liked it. You don't have to do this. When I set that foundation price, that first price, I actually set it a little lower than what I was thinking, because I was worried if I set it too high, $50, and I only got 2 people to sign up, I would think, oh, it's too expensive. Let me lower the price to 25, and then 25 people sign up. Those people that bought at the original price I would have to refund them for every month that they were signed up, or they would probably come back and be like,
Hey, why'd you lower the price? Can you give me a refund?
and I didn't want to have to deal with that. Yeah, I started lower than what I was originally thinking, just in case that happened. I know there's also, the argument could go both ways. Like,
Okay, well, if you set it lower, then when you raise your rates, people are going to be like,
oh, you raised your rates, I'm canceling. I had to pick and choose my battle. That was the battle that I would rather have. Once your membership is created, how do you get people to sign up? A few tips for getting people to sign up for your membership. Include it as a call to action in every YouTube video and pinned comment. This means like go back to videos that you've posted on YouTube and pin your membership in the top comment. Be like, join my community where you get access to, say, the biggest thing, and then link it right there in the pinned comment. As you interact with your community members, share the behind the scenes to your Instagram stories. If you have a membership where you're helping your community achieve wins or accomplish certain things, I would share those wins to my Instagram story with a link for people to join my membership. And not only am I sharing it to my stories, but I would create a highlight on my Instagram page that's called like wins. And anytime somebody goes to that win highlight and they're tapping through all these wins my students have seen in my membership, it's a link to join, link to join, link to join. So it's very much in their face. Hey, join the membership. If you have an email list, the quickest and easiest way to get people to sign up, email your email list, let them know that you started a membership. That was how my student launched her membership and coaching group, was she started an email list, and this was like 5 months before when she didn't know she was going to start a membership, but she was like,
Hey, join my email list. We made one together.
5 months go by, she's like,
Hey, Millie, I'm ready to launch a coaching group.
I'm like, great, send an email to your email list. So she did, sold it out with one email. Didn't even have to really post it on Instagram. That's how valuable an email list is. If you don't already have an email list set up, or you have no idea what the heck I'm talking about, then I definitely recommend watching this video next, where I will teach you how to create a freebie, set up your email list in an easy, low-tech way. You could get it done in less than 24 hours. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Follow your joy. Bye.